this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with that sort of collage masterboardy type thing that we made, using all of those little pieces that I'd had in my stash for a while. They were labels. Now, they were not stickers, but they do look a bit like stickers. But they were very thin pieces of paper, and I'd had them in my stash for quite a while, you know, first of all hoarding them, and then, you know, kind of not really knowing what to do with them, because they were on quite thin bits of paper. So I don't know whether you can see this. Probably you can't probably pick this up, but I'm holding this up to the light so that I can see through this. It's quite see-through, even on the pieces that are kind of quite overlapped, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 sheets thick. They're still slightly transparent. I mean, obviously on the pieces that are only 1 or 2 pieces thick, they're very transparent, you know, because the paper is so thin. So I was hoping that this would thicken up quite a lot, obviously, once the glue had dried. It's not thickened up as much as I'd hoped, but it's okay. So I thought what we would do, I mean, I have to say, I still love it. And actually, listen to it. It's got this really crinkly thing going on. So, I mean, actually, I do really like how it's turned out. But yeah, it's probably just not as thick as I'd hoped it was going to be. So what I thought we could do is have a bit of a play and just pop some bits on this, and then do some, you know, do some other bits with it. So I've got here, these are my rosebuds, and whoops, these are in my Etsy shop. These are some little rosebuds that I kind of hand painted, and, you know, I've put them obviously into a digi. Now, these I printed a long time ago, and I printed them onto ivory card. This is not presentation card or anything like that. If you print these onto presentation card and obviously white, they're brighter than this. But these have been printed on ivory, and like I say, this was kind of a long time ago when I went through a phase of printing on ivory quite a bit. But I think, you know, I think they're going to look really good with this, because we've got quite an ivory kind of tone going on. I tried to save most of the ivory bits to put on the top layers. So although it's got white bits, we've got, you know, predominantly a lot of ivory going on. So I'm going to glue these down randomly. Now, when I say randomly, I want to try and, you know, fill it a lot. So hopefully it's going to be, you know, quite smothered in the roses. But I don't want to get too hung up on doing it too uniform. I want to, you know, hopefully keep a really eclectic kind of loose feel to it, rather than being like, you know, in any kind of pattern or anything like that. So I'm going to place them down just in some random places first, and then kind of get glue in them. So I think probably place them down in the first instance, just to kind of check that I'm happy with where I'm putting them. So I've obviously got some of these bigger pieces as well, so we'll obviously put those on as well. And yeah, let's just kind of like pop them, you know, in some rough spots where we think we might like them. And then we'll obviously go over and glue them down. Now, I probably will go on and glue them down, you know, glue a few down, and then place some more and glue some more down, if you see what I mean. So perhaps we will, yeah, just put some down like this. I mean, aren't they looking pretty? And, you know, just goes to show, doesn't it? Because obviously this is, you know, quite neutrals based, isn't it? This whole sheet, it's not really, well, I mean, it's not got any pinks or anything like that, but it's not really got even any specific colours. It's, you know, it's pretty neutral, but it looks really gorgeous, doesn't it, with the pinks? And I just thought, actually, these are going to look really good on here. I played around kind of a little bit and, you know, looked to see what type of thing I think, you know, thought might get go well. And yeah, this just seemed to be the winning look, really. So love how that's looking so far. So I've got my just normal Anita's tacky glue. This is a PVA based glue, and I'm just going to then glue these on in the random places. Now, might have even put that somewhere different now. I can't really remember where that was specifically, but somewhere up in that corner, loosely speaking. So, and like I say, these are actually on a sort of, well, when I say cardstock, I think it's probably 200 GSM, but like I say, it's a long time that long time ago that I printed these, so it's hard to remember, but they're not, you know, they're not on paper, they're thicker than paper. So just going around, popping them down just anywhere that we kind of think might be looking good. I have to say, I had such a lovely time doing this project that now, of course, I'm now like hunting in my room to see what else I've got that would have a similar, you know, similar effect. The irony, you know, I'd hoarded those, well, not really hoarded them, but, you know, didn't know what to do with those little labelly pieces for all that time because they were on that quite thin paper. And now the irony is I'm now hunting around seeing whether, do I have anything else that's similar, because I love how they turned out on this piece. And isn't that just always the way, you know, we have something for all that time, don't know what to do with it. And then when we finally use it, what do? We're then looking around seeing if we've got more of similar things to be able to make more of the same project. I mean, how ridiculous. Really ludicrous, to be honest. But anyway. Okay. That. Now, I don't know, once these are all glued on, we're going to then have a look and see about possibly gluing some more on, but I don't know whether we might overdo it by having too many things glued down. So we're just going to have to kind of play it by ear a little bit and see whether, you know, we're going to come to a point where it's like, oh my goodness, that's got way too many things stuck on it now. But I mean, that being said, I mean, you know, if you buy like, say, like floral fabric or, you know, I don't know, floral paper, you know, they often have tons and tons, don't they, of flowers. You know, they don't only have these. Oops, what did I do with that? Where did that come up from? Is that there? I don't know where. I don't know where I picked that one up from. Yeah, I mean, they often have tons and tons of flowers, don't they? So, you know, hopefully, oops, this can take really way more than, you know, just these few bits. But like I say, we're going to have to kind of give it a try in a second and see, because I don't want it to then suddenly look really, you know, appalling. So, okie dokie. Oh, excuse my hands, they're really shaky today for some reason. I'm so sorry. Just some days we just get those shaky days, don't we? And today's just one of those days. I am filming on a weekend, which I don't that often film on a weekend, and to be honest, for some reason I'm not necessarily more anxious at the weekend, but you know, kind of like where I'm obviously, I mean, actually it's just me and my daughter at home. I was going to say people are at home, it's just the two of us today, but I think I'm just on alert that, you know, we're going to be doing other things in a little while, so maybe I just feel a bit rushed, I don't know, but I do apologise if it's like distracting or annoying watching my hands a bit shaky, but it's just yeah, sometimes they are. And obviously, you know, ordinarily you might not even notice, but of course if you're crafting, then it's pretty noticeable, isn't it? So yeah, okie dokie. I don't know how many I've actually glued down, but I mean, I feel like we've glued down quite a fair amount, but to be honest, there's a lot of, you know, spaces left in here, aren't there? So definitely think, you know, definitely do a few more. Now, like I say, it's whether or not we're going to literally smother it and then it will be like, oh my goodness, that's absolutely, you know, cluttered as anything and looks awful. Right, let me just stand it up and see if, yeah, I wasn't sure whether I glued them all down, so I thought the easiest way, stand it up and then I'll obviously slide off if I haven't glued them on. So let's just go in now with a few more. Okie dokie. Oh, see, straight away now, for some strange reason, I'm now beginning to overthink this. So I've done quite well with not overthinking and just kind of like chucking them on. And now for some reason, I've had that little breather of gluing them on. And now I've come back in and straight away I'm like, oh, I just want to, you know, want to start overthinking, which, I mean, how weird is that? Or maybe I don't want that one up there. See, are you even overthinking that? I mean, how rubbish and ridiculous. Well, let's put this one over here. Now, I haven't decided yet what we're going to be doing with this. I mean, we're probably obviously going to be cutting it down in some way, but yeah, I haven't decided what we're going to be doing. So, I mean, obviously a lot of these probably are going to be covered up anyway, you know, once we come to actually use it. I doubt very much that they'll stay really as we've put them anyway, but that being said, we still don't want to obviously put them in the wrong places, do we? We want to try and put them where they look kind of cool and kind of fit in, you know, as much as they can. Okay, just kind of looking to see, you know, where have I got blank places, or, you know, bits that look like, oh, they're a bit flower free. Maybe there. What do we think? I mean, do we think that's kind of looking evenish? I think it does look sort of evenish, doesn't it? So this is going to be really hard now to see which bits have been, or which ones have been glued down and which ones haven't. So probably going to, you know, when I stand it up at the end, we're probably going to have like 10 drop off where I've not glued them on. Obviously, first time around, I could kind of keep an eye a bit better on what ones I'd glued down and what ones I hadn't. This time, not so easy, because we're becoming a lot more smothered in bits. Okay, just pop some more down. Don't they look pretty? I mean, honestly, I kind of, like I say, wondered about what types of bits would look really good glued on here. And, you know, at first I thought, oh, maybe labels, you know. And I thought, oh, I'm not sure about labels, because then it's like maybe one too many label. Because, I mean, obviously these bits are kind of labels in themselves, aren't they? Labels or tickets. Yeah. But actually, I think these flowers just kind of complement the labels or tickets really nicely, don't they? Okay. Like that. Okay, is that one glued down? Yep. Yep. Nope. So I might have to go around like literally kind of loosely touching them all and see which pieces come up and which pieces don't. Yeah, that one up there is not glued down. You can see that. It's really nice weather today. And again, I know I say this all the time, but yeah, I film ahead. So if you're looking out, you live in the UK and you're looking out thinking, what's she talking about? It's terrible. I'm filming ahead, and so honestly today the weather's lovely. But yeah, not meaning to say that it's lovely necessarily once the video goes up. It may well be awful. But as I'm filming, it's pretty nice. Okay. That one. This one up here. Oh, that's annoying. I've just noticed I've kind of inked this one, so it's got a bit of a browny edge to it, but never mind. Okay, that one. Maybe up there. And what was I doing with this one? That's just like floating around on the desk. Maybe I'd had that one in the corner, did I? I don't know. No idea. Maybe I had it there. Okay. Bo's just come into her bed a couple of minutes ago. She came in here, got in her bed beside me, so she's now sort of sleeping, dozing in her bed. Okay. Now I'm thinking possibly something up here in the corner. Yep, maybe there. Okay. I wonder if I've glued everything down or not. I feel like I have, but like I say, it won't become apparent. No, I haven't. Until we stand it up, and then they will slide off. Okay, that one. Just kind of like, see if I knock them and they're not glued down, they're going to move, aren't they? Aha! There's one up there. Not been glued down. That one looks really cute up there, doesn't it? Okay, right. Have I glued them all down? Let's just stand it up and see. Yay, I have. Right, oops, just burnt my hand on my hot glue gun. Right, let's just go in again. Just see. Because I've had these printed out for a long time, like I say, and they're on the ivory card, which I don't tend to print on particularly anymore. You know, not for any reason. I just kind of went through a phase where I did, and yeah, I haven't done recently. I might just now go through again one final time and sort of try and use them up, really, just because obviously this was about using this you know, all these labels, this setup. So if I can actually now use up the, you know, the printed pieces as well, then I feel like, wow, haven't we really achieved quite a lot then? Because I've actually then used up everything that was, you know, that was there. So, but to be honest, I might come to the point where it's like, oh, I can't really squish another one in. So let's just see. Maybe that one there, maybe down there. I might be coming to the point where it's actually kind of spoiling it now, putting so many on. Yeah, maybe I need to stop. Because, you know, like you can actually then, you know, have like a detrimental effect, can't you? Where it's like, that no longer is adding to it. It's actually making it look weird, you know, taking away from how nice it looks, but actually making it just look really silly, you know. So yeah, I think probably that's as many as we can do now, but not too bad, to be honest. We've used up most of them, so the plan has worked. So haven't we done well? We've used up obviously the labels, or the ticket pieces, or, you know, whatever we call them, and I've now used up all those rosebuds which I printed on the ivory. So yeah, feeling quite good, quite pleased with myself. Oops, that one. Again, struggling now to remember which pieces aren't glued down. Not many. Most are glued down. So that one. That one. Okay. Like that. That one. Okay. Oops. Like that. Okay, and this one here, oops, that one, because it's flopping around, as you know, as I knocked the paper, it kind of jolted and moved. So yeah, that was a clue, or a giveaway, that was not glued down. Okay, that one. Right, any more? Yeah, that one. Loads. We put loads on here, haven't we? I mean, to be honest, yeah, if I did this again, you know, and I printed them on the white, I don't know whether I've used a whole sheet of them, but I feel like I've used a lot. So, right, just seeing whether there's any more moving around. Oh, that one not moving around, but obviously I didn't glue the leaf down quite enough. Right, okay, yay, right, that is all of those now. So doesn't that sheet look gorgeous? Now I've got to say, now again I'm wanting to hoard the sheet. I mean, what is wrong with me? I said I wanted to hoard the sheet before, but yeah, even more now because it looks absolutely yummy, doesn't it? Now we could just make some tags or something from the sheet. Oops, from the sheet. I've just knocked my little tag template onto Bo. She's now just looking up like as if, you know, what on earth? I'm just laying here minding my own business, and there she is flicking the what do you call them, you know, templates on me. Let me just move it from her. Sorry, sweetie. It's like, gosh, you take your life in your hands here. Right, so I mean, I could have something like that, or I mean, I could just cut it in half, to be honest. That might be the best thing to do. Right, okay, this is going to kill me because honestly I really like it, and I don't really want to now cut it in half or do anything with it, but hey, let's go for it. So easiest way, because I don't use a paper trimmer or anything like that, is I'm just going to fold it in and do it like that. Now on there, can you see I just had that flower, which of course it was a bit thick, so it's not folded, you know, folded over. So I'm just going to go right down with my scissors just along that line. Now the good thing is, where this all is quite thin, it's very easy to cut through. Oops. She says, as then I make a right hash of cutting it. Oh my goodness. It's because I'm trying to do it so close to the, oh my gosh, look at what a mess I made of that piece. Oh my goodness. Let's just get that across. Right, okay. So obviously I will tidy this up when I come to use it. So it doesn't look half so good, does it? Now it's cut in half. It looked better obviously as a complete piece, but oh, it looks better now actually. Now it's up the right way. So yeah, what we could do is we could make little pocket type pieces like that. Just have a look. We could do them actually, instead of using this for the moment, I'm just going to take some like plain paper and just cover this up. So I mean, we could do like corner type pockets. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? So we'd get like 2 from there like that. That's quite cool. Or we could have them pockets like that. So I think what I might do is cut that down. Yeah, cut that down like that. So just going to take it right through here. So like this. Okay, like that. Right, this one now, don't know, probably muck this up a little bit, to be honest. So we could have like maybe a corner, we could have this. Oh, this is really hard, I don't know now. Yeah, I've mucked this up a little bit because now I'm going to end up with like really skinny bits, aren't I? So yeah, I should have thought about that a little bit better, but it doesn't matter, to be honest. So we could do it there, or we could do it here. Let's do it here. So I'm going to do it, yeah, roughly here, I think. Okay, this piece. Now these obviously, you know, anywhere where they're a little bit small, you know, we can just make them into, you know, tags or paper clips or something like that. So, you know, all is not lost. And then with this piece, this is slightly wider than the other section was. So I'm going to cut some tags from here. So let's just take this down here. Okay. Okay, let's just cut straight down this edge. Okie dokie. Right, and just go straight across the top. Now, like I said before, this is very flimsy, so obviously, you know, whatever I use these as, they're going to need reinforcing, you know, kind of backing. They're not going to be thick enough or robust enough. Ooh, thick enough or robust enough as they are. So that one and that corner there. There we go. So that will be a tag base. Okay. Now this one, actually, I'm wondering whether we could do this as like a pocket piece on a plainish tag. So let me just have a look. I've got some plain tags here. I wonder if we could do that, or this thin piece even. Oh, I don't know if that works all that well. Could do that, definitely. It's quite nice. Let's just take this one. Oh my goodness, isn't that lovely? Love, love, love how that looks. Right, so just take that one down there. Okay, and then this one, just do kind of in half, this one. Okay, right. Okay, so we can then decide, you know, how we want to kind of finish these off. So let's put that out of the way. Right, now, like I said, we need to reinforce some of these because they are now very thin. So the ones that we're going to use as pockets, let's just have a look. Just take that like that. Now, I wonder if I reinforce these onto book page, whether it's going to look really good, you know, like with the book page kind of showing through beneath it, or whether it would look really silly. Let's just have a look. Because obviously the paper's translucent, you know, to some extent. I just wonder whether the text showing through would look really good or really rubbish. Well, actually, it doesn't really seem to show too much. So let's do that one and that one. Or these, because we're going to do these as those corner pieces, aren't we? So just going to glue all of this down onto the book page. So just glue this piece here that's not quite glued, and then we'll go down there like that. Oops. Obviously I could have gone in and glued this onto something first of all, so reinforced it first of all, but to be honest, because it was, I mean, I'm not saying it was 12 by 12, but it was thereabouts, you know, it was kind of similar to a 12 by 12. It would have been a little bit more difficult to gauge, you know, where to glue it, and also obviously finding a piece that was big enough to put it onto. It would have probably had to go on to either an original 12 by 12 or like a couple of different book pages. So for, you know, for this this project, it's just easier to actually put it in bits, you know, cut it into bits and then reinforce them individually. Plus, of course, you know, if you're not using them as tags, they're fine to put down onto book page. If you're using them as tags and you want to have a plain back, then obviously book page might not be quite the right thing to actually reinforce them with. So let's just do that. Okay. Now I'm thinking these would look pretty cool if they had stitching. Again, I'll probably do that after the video because I'm going to run out of time otherwise this morning. You know, being a weekend, I think we're meeting up with my sister and her son later. So yeah, I may well run out of time if I kind of start stopping the video and things to go and stitch. So we'll have to do that a bit later, but let's just put these ones down. So that's going to be a tag, I think, but this one probably is fine as a pocket piece, I think. So move those out the way. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay. Okay. Oops. Right, I'll just glue that down like that. Honestly, don't they look gorgeous? I really, really love how they look. They're really nice, aren't they? I mean, it's just like sort of a piece of pattern paper now, really, but it's got a really different look, really. So yeah, I really love how they look. Right, and I can just trim that off there now, straightening the edge off. So okie dokie. And obviously brilliant to be able to use some book page by reinforcing with the book page. So, you know, always good for reinforcing things. Okay, doesn't that look lovely? Really, really, really like how that looks. So I'll just put these two out the way that have been, oops, reinforced. And then this one, now was this the original one that I said that I was going to do into? No, I don't think it is. Let's put this on some book page as well. So just see if I've got some more. Yep. Because this was the one that I did say about possibly having as, you know, pocket on a tag. So let's just see. Yeah, okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Just want lots of glue because I haven't quite decided how we're going to use this yet or where it's going to be cut. So put glue everywhere, and that way, you know, however you use that, wherever your cuts are, the glue's going to be definitely in there, you know, in its place. Okay. Yeah, I mean, those rosebuds, they're just perfect for this kind of project because they're just kind of delicate and sort of small enough that you can get lots and lots on there. So it makes a really interesting kind of impactful appearance. You know, if they were quite big flowers, obviously, you wouldn't really be able to have too many on there. Plus, they're going to cover up, obviously, all of your labels or tickets. So just using these smallish flowers, it's kind of really good. Okay, right. Okay, so I probably have to do these ones in slow time. Obviously, I've got the tag there, which I will obviously put onto plain paper so that it's, you know, got a plain base. Alternatively, I could put it onto book page, and then I would just gesso over the back or paint over the back so that that was then a writable surface. But yeah, I will do that probably later. So let's just pull that green tag in and just see whether we think this would look quite cute as a little pocket on the tag. I mean, that would look very sweet, wouldn't it? And then, to be honest, it'd still have the bottom section. Yeah, I would still have the bottom section. So let's just cut that down there. Okay. Let's just go across here. Like that. Okay. Right. Now, do we want it? Oh, the only thing is if I do it there, that's like a complete label, which I just feel like that's a bit sort of predictable. So you could either do it here, which then we've got a portion of the label, or I think over here. So let's just take that down on the side. Oh dear, come on. Like that. Now this one, I have to say, I think I will stitch around on the sewing machine. So I will have to finish this one off after filming so that I can stitch it across on the sewing machine. Now I'm just going to cut this slightly better because I did not make a very good job of the top. Not very straight. Whoops. And then, yeah, I'll take that to the sewing machine and just stitch around, and then that's stuck on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ink that before we do that. So just got a bit of vintage photo here. So we just ink that up like that. I'll use black stitching. I just tend to, you know, use black stitching. Not always, but yeah, kind of that tends to be what I mainly use. And that would just look really lovely then on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick it just here on the very bottom of the tag. Well, for two reasons. A, so it's held in place, and B, so that I remember what I'm doing with that. Because by the time I finish the video, to be honest, I won't be able to do it straight away today. And the chances are I'll forget then what I was planning to do. So by just sticking that on there, hopefully I will kind of see that and think, oh yeah, I was going to stitch it with the sewing machine. So like that, and then just quickly snip that edge off. Not very straight, like that. Okay, so I can just then go around the tag at the top. Just go around then the edge here as well. So I will obviously glue the pocket on, but I will probably just take the stitching around the entire thing, I think. So yeah, I think that's probably going to look the best. And then I think literally all I need to do to finish this off, just having a look beside me to see if I've got any labels or anything kind of similar-ish. That's a bit yellow, isn't it, compared to the piece that's glued down. Oh gosh, and of course now I've got no labels here. And that would have been far too easy, wouldn't it? Got some of my these are my decorative edge strips, so I just wonder whether I could just take this. Let's just take that there. Okay. Like that. Oops. Just glue that onto there, and then to kind of like tie it in, where did I put those flowers? Behind me. I can just use another one of these just up there, and that just brings in then the look from the, you know, the top to the bottom. So how cute does that look? I mean, I have to say it would be better probably with something a little bit more visible than this, you know, because this obviously is blending in quite a lot to the back, but that's fine, you know, I don't mind. Yeah, just having a look to see if I've got anything better. I've got a pink piece of label there, could have that. Oh yeah, I think that might look better actually. So just take that off at the edge like that. Yeah, that one was just blending in a little bit too much and didn't sort of provide the contrast that I really would have liked. So just pop that one down like that. I think that's from my French collection, or it could be from the documents. I can't remember, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Let's just quickly pop some glue down here. Okay. Like that. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this looking? And then just going to ink this up, because obviously the flowers here have been inked up now. So that again just ties in a bit more with the the colours from the top to the bottom. Oops, I might prefer one of these. Oh my goodness, wish my hands weren't shaking. Really annoying. Yeah, I think up there. So just pop this one down. Like that. Oh, how gorgeous and pretty does that look? So like I say, what I'll do, I'll stitch around there with my sewing machine, and then I'll probably finish it off by probably punching a hole and maybe tying some sari silk or something at the top, something like that. Could even ruffle maybe some sari silk across the middle. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that look gorgeous? Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? That would look absolutely lovely. Now I just wonder if I stick that on now. Obviously my sewing machine will have to stitch through this, which the sewing machine sometimes doesn't like going through hot glue, and obviously I like to use my hot glue for ruffling the sari silk. So just tear that in half because it was quite thick. Okay, and isn't this a perfect colour? I mean, the unfortunate thing is I'm going to cover up that little rosebud there, but I don't mind. I think that's fine. Right, okay. So I'm going to just put my glue spreader down there, just so as it catches any excess glue that might seep out. So just pop the glue across there. Okay. So just pop this on here. Like that. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous does that look? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely so cute, isn't it? So like I say, I will stitch around the entire thing and then just punch a hole here, maybe put a hole reinforcer, you know, maybe not even bother, and then probably just put the sari silk through here with a bow, and that's just finished off completely. Then it looks so pretty, doesn't it? Doesn't really need anything else. So let's put that to one side. Right, okay, so this one was the one that I was thinking we'll do like in half as corner pockets. So yeah, now I have to say I normally tear when I do, you know, corner pockets. So I'm kind of, yeah, wanting to tear this really rather than cut it. So we'll have to hope for the best with this, because obviously, oh my goodness, it's going through multiple layers, plus it's very soggy from the gluing it onto the book page, so not quite ideal, but it's okay. There we go. Right, okay. I've just got that little edge of that flower there. That's okay. So this side, or this edge, just going to have to go back, back down and take off some of, don't think I need to do it everywhere, but some of the kind of core that's now showing, because it looks a bit rubbish. So, you know, because obviously I tore one way where I got like a perfect edge, but this edge now, it's got like the, you know, the core of the paper kind of showing, which obviously is not too brilliant. Okay, like that. So yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Now, do we want to go in here a bit? I don't know, to be honest. It probably is okay. And then this piece, I think what we'll do is we'll just make a paper clip from this, because obviously it's just lending itself to that completely, isn't it? So yeah, well, let's have a look and see whether I've got anything laying around that I can just use straight away. I mean, this butterfly is not really quite the right colour, but again, I'm just grabbing in things that are laying around. So, you know, they may or may not be the right thing, but hopefully they'll kind of like be okay. This might be completely rubbish, but maybe once I ink it up, it might look all right. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if it doesn't look good, then at least it's ready cut then for something else, isn't it? So not the end of the world. Okay. Oops. Like that. Right. Oh, I've also got these, to be honest, which these are from that Taperology collaboration that I did. So I wonder if we could have that in there. I'm not sure that we really need that, to be perfectly honest. Shall we ink this up? Yeah, I think definitely need to ink it. Now, yeah, let's go ink around there. Like that, okay. Love how it looks inked. I mean, straight away, that inking of the white paper, it just transforms it, doesn't it, to be honest? So, yeah. Now, I wonder if we could have like a word or something. Oh, I've got that label, haven't I, that we used just now. I wonder if we put that on there. And then maybe the butterfly. That's quite cute, isn't it? Yeah, let's just ink this up. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's glue this down. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? I just have some lace coming out beneath this, and I've only just that second thought of that. So, oh gosh, now am I going to have any lace that I can use? Oh, I've got this little bit here. Let's just give this a try. I don't know. Oh gosh, what an idiot. Why didn't I think of the lace before? Right, I'm going to do it like that. It's going over the flowers bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some hot glue on the bottom where that's going over the lace, like that. Okay, so that that's then glued properly, because obviously the top I'd just done with the wet glue, which I thought, well, it might not quite want to glue down. So let's do that. Okay. My goodness, isn't that lovely? Oops. So this is just, you know, just an offcut, basically, isn't it, of the Collage masterboard? But oh my goodness, isn't it looking like such a very pretty paperclip? So, you know, which just goes to show, doesn't it, you really can, you know, make something absolutely yummy and gorgeous from, you know, the smallest things. Oh my gosh, look at that. Could have that, to be honest. It's probably not the right. It's probably not the right wax seal. Now I did a bunch of wax seals the other day, and then I just you know, gold painted them because I thought that was going to look really lovely. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of gold, you know, ready to use gold painted wax seals. So I have got more, so I might pull in another one in a minute and we'll just see. So I've got paper clips ready put onto papers. So I've been doing all these little things that are just kind of, you know, steps that kind of help to speed up the process of anything that you're making. So, you know, just these tiny little things that really do make life easier, you know. But yeah, it is surprising how much they do actually kind of like enable you to, you know, to speed up really. Now, do we want to just have a bit of thingy-mabob on there? Or let me just bring in my wax seals. Oh my goodness. Could have something like this on here. Just see what else I've got. Don't these look absolutely gorgeous? Love, love, love how these look with the gold paint. Don't they just look so pretty? They really do look lovely, don't they? It's just a case of finding the right one, really. So what about that? Now I'm thinking, do we want to have, oh, have we got some more of that lace? Oh, what? I thought I had quite a bit of that lace down there. I was just looking to see if I had any matching lace, you know, with what we just used underneath this piece here, because I thought, wouldn't that have looked cute? I mean, obviously this is blue, but just to show you what I'm talking about, wouldn't it look cute coming out from the bottom and then possibly the wax seal on the bottom? But yeah, I mean, obviously not the blue, that's not the right colour. Let's just see about this. This probably isn't quite right either, but I'm just, you know, I'm just seeing what I've got laying about. So we could do something like that. Let's just see. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? So yeah, let's just put a bit of glue here, like that. And just then glue this down here, like that. Okay. Just stick that down there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that transform that paperclip? Oh my gosh, I love that. To be honest, now I'm thinking, oh, I don't think it really needs the wax seal. Maybe the wax seal is too much. So yeah, let's not have the wax seal. Oh, look what I've just seen. Yes, I did have that all along. So we could have had that coming out underneath. But actually, I think this looks quite nice as a contrast, to be honest. Maybe, yeah, maybe that did us a favour not being able to see that, to be honest. Now, just wondering whether we might use a little bit of that, oops, the sari silk that we tore down. Let's just see if we want to have that. Oh my gosh. My gosh, how lovely does this look? So just ruffle this straight across the top. That's just like finishing that off. Really lovely, isn't it? Oh my gosh. How gorgeous does that look? Doesn't that look lovely? Oh my goodness. That might be one of my favourite paper clips I've ever made. I love how that looks so much. And obviously it's nice and sturdy now because it's been reinforced with the book page. It's obviously got the, you know, where the paper clip's actually onto some card. We've got the lace and things. So, I mean, it's quite a strong, sturdy paper clip now, to be honest. But, oh my gosh, I love how that looks. Right, okay, we've probably only got time for one more thing. So let's do this little corner pockets. Let's hope we've actually got time to quickly do this. So, again, you know, it really doesn't need very much. You know, on it. It looks pretty and, you know, nicely decorated anyway. Obviously, straight away the ink in it just, you know, transforms it, doesn't it? Now, what should we do on this? Again, just having a look to see what I've got laying around, because if I can use something that I've actually got here rather than pulling anything else would be, you know, ideal. Let's just see, what have I got here? Nope. What have I got laying around here? Oh, I've been making up my fussy cut packs of like my die cut type pieces. So unfortunately, I have cleared them all out and I now no longer have any left for myself. So yeah, I'm now struggling to actually find any pieces really to use. So I should have really given that a bit more thought, shouldn't I, really? But you know what it's like when you just think, oh, I'd just quickly, you know, take that or, you know, do something with that. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, now I've got no pieces left. Got this, which is from a book page. I wonder if we could tear her out. Maybe not. She's not really ideal, is she? Oh gosh, come on, I must have something here laying around. Honestly, I mean, I find it hard to believe that I've taken so much stuff that I've got nothing left, but it is looking a bit like that at the moment. Yeah, no. Some vintage documents. Oh gosh. What's this? Ah, right. This is from my Paris collection papers. So let's just try this. So this is that gorgeous Paris Opera House. I just love that look of that building. It's so lovely, isn't it? Let's just see how that might look. Okay. No. Okay. So obviously need to take quite a bit of this down. It's quite big, isn't it, on there? I was trying to keep that bottom bit because I thought it looked lovely, but yeah, it's obviously too big really to have still there. So I'll take it down here on that side. Oh, that's quite lovely, isn't it? Now again, let's just see whether we could just have a bit of lace coming out here. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous does that look? So let me just take this down slightly. Okay. Yeah, love how that looks. Right, okay, let's just hold that in place there. Yeah, now do we want it more? Right, okay, let's put it here. Right, just glue this down. I'm going to just be, you know, quick for speed, gluing the whole thing down with the hot glue. So, yeah, like that. Okay. Okie dokie. And then wonder if we could have one of our gorgeous wax seals that we played around with just. Oh my goodness, how lovely is that one? All the pink, all the crown, all the oval, what do you call it? Rosebud. Right, let's bring in that sari silk again. This sari silk, I mean, it's just literally picking up the colour of those roses like really perfectly, isn't it? Now, the question is, do we want to have it here along the bottom or here along the side? I think the bottom is better. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this out the way so I don't glue the lace down, because that is definitely at risk of happening. So we just go along here like that. Right. Oh dear, come on. Right. Just need to kind of hold it apart a bit, because otherwise it goes narrow, you know. Right, let's see. Like that. Okay, let the lace go down. Okay, snip that off here. My gosh, isn't that lovely? Now you can probably see I've got like all these threads here. Personally, I think they look gorgeous, but yeah, I mean, you could obviously snip those off if you didn't like them. Now, I think, let's have a wax seal. And we could have it up there, but could even have it right at the top. But yeah, I quite like it down here. I like the things all bunched up together, really. So that one, can't decide now. Quite like this one. Just try the, nope. No, it's between these two. So what do we think? That one or that one? I think this rosebud. Now I do also have these gorgeous oval rose wax seals. Got those, you know, the actual wax seal stamp head thing. I've got those in my shop. So yeah, if you haven't seen those, then do go over and check them out. So on my website, because they're just really nice, aren't they? Being ovals, they're a little bit different to the usual ones that we use. So, and then again, might just kind of finish it off with maybe another rosebud. You know, that's again just tying those bits all in. So maybe down there. So, oh, complete nonsense here. I'm using the hot glue for the rosebud, but that's fine. Just for speed there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So what a brilliant use of our labels that I've been kind of you know, not really knowing how to use or, you know, what to do with them. So yeah, we've used them now. And obviously we've got these gorgeous little bits now ready to put in our junk journals. So we've got a bit of a flimsy edge here, but that's fine. I can just tear that off. And obviously once this is glued down in a journal, it's going to be sturdier, because the main vulnerable bits are the edges. If I was worried, I could always reinforce it with a bit more book page just running along that edge. But to be honest, I think it will be fine, you know, once it's actually glued down anyway. So let's bring in the bits that we have done. So really pleased with the bits that we've made. I think we've, yeah, we made good use of those labels, and obviously I've got them off of my desk and used something up that otherwise I had been, you know, hoarding and hanging on to and not knowing quite what to do with. So let's see the bits that we've made. So we finished off these ones, and are those the only bits that we did finish off? Did we finish off another piece? No, I can't remember now. Those must be the only bits that we actually finished, I think. So that's weird, isn't it? I felt like there was another piece, but yeah, I can't see it anywhere. So yeah, they must be the only bits that we actually did complete. But yeah, I really hope that you like them. I mean, to be honest, once these are, the other piece that I did do was the tag with the pockets that I need to take to the sewing machine. So that was this piece here, that again we're going to obviously then put the sari silk with a bow, and that will be finished. So yeah, we technically did do kind of 3 bits, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more bits that we can decorate. And you know, as you can see, once they're inked up and things and got some bits on, don't they look yummy and scrumptious? So yeah, I mean, who would have thought that we could have made those gorgeous little bits from all those labels? So I really hope that you like the bits that we made, and yeah, hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much then, and see you next time. Thanks. Bye.